Linda Blair, the synchronizer, tap dancing.
Todd!
What?
You're dreaming!
Oh God, it was about Linda Blair tap dancing.
Linda Blair from The Exorcist?
No, it was Exorcist II.
Exorcist II? That's not scary at all.
I know, it's such a piece of shit. It freaked me out.
Well, it's a good thing you were sleeping while wearing a mic. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, on this episode of The Junkyard.
So we're back in the junkyard, and we're talking about The Exorcist II. Why are we talking about The Exorcist II?
I know why.
Why?
It's terrible.
It is terrible.
When I think of certain sequels, I think of Godfather 2.
I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart and I want respect.
Which is a great sequel.
Why did they make Exorcist 2?
Probably because Godfather 2 was so successful. It won Best Picture. 4 sequels were kind of just like sort of cheap throwaway films, like the Planet of the Apes films, you know?
Yeah.
They weren't prestige until Godfather 2.
There was a big blockbuster year. The summer blockbuster was born, and that was 1975 with Jaws.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Strong box office with The Godfather,
And
Exorcist,
the sequel.
and the sequel, yes.
Yeah. So
And then Jaws.
The Exorcist, which is a great horror movie, one of the best horror movies.
Well, just like one of the most financially successful films at that point, too.
And so it made sense.
The bean counters were like, obviously we have to have an Exorcist sequel.
Of course.
Yes.
Not just successful films, but successful horror. But that was unique.
It was unique, but it was just a successful film overall.
So of course they said, let's do a sequel. Herein lies the problem.
Herein lies the problem. There's never needed to be a sequel to this film, to The Exorcist. It's a one-off film.
Let's talk about that for a second, because look at movies like Amityville Horror. How many sequels did they make of Amityville?
Tons.
Do you mean 1 or 2?
I mean, I actually can't even count how many there's been, because Amityville is not like a copywritten name.
Mm-hmm.
There's also been like countless knockoffs that have tried to capitalize on the name Amityville.
But there hasn't been that many with Exorcist comparatively.
Well, you could argue also the same thing with Exorcist. Exorcist or exorcism is not a copywritten name per se.
That's true.
There have also been like countless attempts to capitalize on, and there's tons of shit. I don't think as many as Amityville, but close.
But with this movie, this sequel, would you say this is one of the most renowned, infamous, worst sequels?
Well, what makes this film interesting is it's a prestige sequel to a really good film.
One of the best.
One of the best films.
Yeah.
Which may or may not be on like people's top 10 horror lists of all time.
Maybe we'll do one of those.
Maybe. But it's also just a failure as a film on its own.
Just terrible.
Yeah.
Let's start with the cast. First of all, you have Richard Burton.
It was horrible. Utterly horrible. And fascinating.
He's terrible in this film. It's the 70s and like he was a prestigious name. I think he's drunk throughout most of it.
By the way, when I think of Richard Burton, I think of certain impersonations. You might remember the movie The Trip. Rob Brydon does a great impersonation of Richard Burton.
The piece works a man, form and being, how express in admirable in action, how like an angel in apprehension, how like a god, and yet to me, what is this quintessence of dust?
What the hell was that?
From Port Talbot. Yes.
I know that. It's like Chewbacca.
But anyway, Richard Burton looks confused throughout most of this film. Like he has no idea what's going on. And I'm not sure if it's because of his alcoholism at the time or if it's just the bad direction.
I think it's a bad script.
And that too. Like,
Mostly, this movie suffers from a bad script.
Yeah.
We have to call out some other actors here. There is an actress who just won an Academy Award.
Louise Fletcher.
Louise Fletcher. She is the leading lady of this film.
She kind of is. Yeah, you're right.
She is. She won the Academy Award for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I love her in movies like Brainstorm. It's a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, she's okay in that movie.
Yeah. For
she's great in Deep Space Nine.
Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
What the hell is she doing in this movie?
She's really bad in this movie.
She's terrible.
What now? I'm gonna see about this.
That brings us to Reagan. Can we just jump to the elephant in the room here?
There's nothing wrong with me.
Linda Blair is not a good actress.
No, she's not. She's really good in the first film.
But why is she good in the first film?
Maybe William Friedkin was a really good director.
Good directing.
That got something out of her.
I think she was very young, and so she just went with it.
She trusted him, yeah.
She trusted him. She just did her thing. And we should also mention this. The movie... Jesus Christ. The movie is also a good drama.
Yeah.
It's not just a horror film.
Yeah,
it's like drama.
It's this mother trying to figure out what's wrong with her daughter.
Yeah.
And she has no recourse basically to go to this priest. It's like her last resort.
She acts beautifully in it. It is partly because of the direction. It is partly because of the writing.
She also has really good chemistry with Ellen Burstyn as her mother.
It's a great movie. It's a drama. It's a terror, horror film. It's perfectly executed. Then you get to Exorcist II.
And she's not good in this.
I think she's a terrible actress.
She is. And I like her.
I like her too.
I met her once. When I was in college, I went to this. She was in Run for Your Wife, this terrible play.
Oh, is that when you got a hand job from her?
Yes. Thank you, Linda Blair.
We're just kidding.
Yeah.
It never happened. But you met her. That's cool.
I met her.
Yeah.
And she was very nice.
Yeah.
And she was it was a dumb play. I went because I was a fan of The Exorcist, and she was there. And I went with my friend Brian.
Now let's talk about other actors. We've got
Max von Sydow.
Why is he the focus of this film?
And he shouldn't be, because the focus should be Father Karras, played by Jason Miller, who's not even mentioned at all in this plot. It's strange.
It's very bizarre.
Very bizarre.
Yeah. The main focus should be Father Karras.
But instead, in the sequel, it's on Father Merrin. Why was he killed?
We're going to get a little bit into that. Let's talk a little bit more about the cast, though. We also have
James Earl Jones. He's barely in this film. He's the connection to Reagan. He was a possessed child who was exorcised by Father Merrin.
James Earl Jones may have been in another movie the same year. I can't think of what it was. Something about...
Wars?
Something about a Darth. A Darth...
something.
Right. The Darth Maul.
I will get back to that.
And we'll figure it out. All right. So anyway.
And then there's also Kitty Wynn, who was also in the first film.
She was the...
She's Chris McNeil's assistant.
Oh, I thought she was like a nanny.
No, she's like the secretary or assistant or something. My theory is that they wrote this role for Ellen Burstyn. Ellen Burstyn was like, nope, I'm not going to be in this film. So they just gave all of her lines and scenes to
My God,
Kitty Wynn.
You're right. They just gave her the lines.
Yeah. That also adds to the incoherence of this, of a lot of this.
I never thought of that. She's the caregiver in a way
To Reagan. But what should be Ellen Burstyn.
Of course it should. Every now and then they show her going, your mom says blah, blah, blah. Oh, your mom will be back soon.
Which you can tell they just rewrote on the set. Good for Ellen Burstyn for not being in this film.
Good for her.
Not good for Ellen Burstyn for being in the Legacy sequel from 2 or 3 years ago.
She does okay.
Kitty Wynn.
As an actress, she's fine.
Yeah.
She doesn't do a bad job.
Yeah, she's fine, but she with bafflingly bad dialogue though.
Yeah.
Campy dialogue.
Stupid bitch.
Wait, right. Why does she do that? Why does she suddenly get mad and call Reagan a bitch? It's so weird.
It's so weird.
You're right. She gets strangely antagonistic.
We don't know why. Yeah.
Is she possessed?
I don't know.
It wouldn't make sense.
Is Richard Burton possessed at a certain point?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Is Reagan ever possessed?
I don't know.
We don't know. It's a shitty movie.
Is Dana Plato ever possessed?
Let's talk about Dana Plato. Dana Plato, as you all know, is in Different Strokes.
I just heard Daddy say he's broke. What you talking about, Kimberly?
She had
a hard life.
She did, yeah.
But as a little girl,
She
made
appears-
her
yeah.
first appearance in this.
She's a mute girl who, like, because of Reagan's presence in one scene, suddenly can talk again.
You know what the lesson is here, though?
What?
That if you're possessed by a demon or the devil, you can bond with autistic children.
And have superpowers later on.
If we're all possessed by demons or devils, we can make the world a better place.
Yeah. All right. End of video.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Good night. Just kidding. We're back.
All right. So the other actor I would have to mention is Ned Beatty.
Oh, I forgot he shows up for like 5 minutes. You're right.
He's flying a plane. Some of the worst ever. What do you call it? Rear screen?
Yeah, rear screen projection.
Why
Yeah.
is the rear screen projection in this movie so bad?
I don't know. Look at other films in this time, like Black Sunday.
Black Sunday, right.
It had some really good and really bad rear screen projections.
But at this point, shouldn't they have had this down? I think that's one thing we've learned is that, like, when you look at the great directors of that era, they were like, let's not rely on process. Let's not rely on the gaffers.
They wanted realism.
Can we please just go on location and do this right? But enough of the great directors. Let's get back to this really shitty film.
John Boorman, for some reason, didn't think that with this film.
Is there anybody, and I mean anyone, who likes this film?
I don't think so. I think this is universally hated.
Can I just say it would be nice? Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. Joe's calling. Joe Perry, you guys know him as our co-host. He's also a DC correspondent, and he's calling in right now. Hi, Joe. He's here to talk about John Boorman.
To quote Emily Pierce, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Both John Boorman and William Friedkin's first films had musical acts as their lead actors. William Friedkin with Good Times with Sonny and Cher, which is a truly awful film. And John Boorman could have followed the template of Richard Lester when he made Having a Wild Weekend with the Dave Clark Five. But it's not a cookie cutter British invasion movie. It's actually a truly unique film. Sequels were not commonplace in the 1970s. The rules and tropes within sequels were not solidified or calcified as they are now. Boorman was doing something truly unique at that time, but the audiences may not have liked it, but he was reaching for the light instead of going back to the darkness yet again. I will submit that The Exorcist II is a flawed work, but it's not another wreck for the junkyard.
Well, thanks, Joe.
Good to see you, Joe.
I still say John Boorman was fucking high.
I agree.
For this film.
I agree. And Boorman's done some other good work. I mean, it's not like he hasn't.
No, he did Deliverance, his greatest film.
Deliverance is a great film.
Deliverance put him on the map, and before that, he did Point Blank, and then he did Hell in the Pacific with Lee Marvin and Toshiro Mifune. After that, he did Zardoz, which I want to actually cover at one point. It's one of the worst films of all time.
The gun is good.
The gun is good.
The penis is evil.
You know what the next thing he did was Excalibur.
Oh, Excalibur.
Which is an interesting movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then he did The Emerald Forest. And then he did Hope and Glory. So he recovered from this.
All right, let's get a little bit into this weird-ass plot.
Get going. The girl has to get home.
What would you say, Hale, is most famous about this film in terms of its horribleness?
I just think that the incoherent plot. What is the plot of this film?
I agree. Here are the highlights.
Can you actually
no
name highlights?
No, I can't.
You can name beats where things happen.
Yeah, forget about the dumb intro where she's dancing. You figure out she does tap dance. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's the worst dance ever.
I thought it was some off-Broadway thing.
Please tell me it's high school.
Why is she living in New York?
The mom refused to be in the film.
And so Kitty wins in it.
She's watching her, and meanwhile, the mom is on location doing
Somewhere.
a movie.
Yeah, there's a cursory mention of that. Yeah.
Who cares?
Right.
None of this matters. For some reason, she's going to a therapeutic building where you meet, or a complex where you meet.
It's a weird, there's only one camera in the weird octagon room.
For some...
There's one camera.
Right.
There's never any other like shots in the octagon room for some reason.
It makes no sense.
You basically have like what might be Louise Fletcher's office.
Yeah.
And then later becomes Reagan's hospital room. Later.
But every now and then you're outside that office and you're meeting other like patients. Like Dana Plato. If you ever wondered if there could be a scene with Reagan from The Exorcist interacting with Dana Plato from Different Strokes,
this is the movie.
This is the movie to experience that moment.
If anyone's ever like demanded to see that, yes,
I really wanted to see it, and I got to.
And they can die.
Now I can die. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Good night. So is Reagan going to this like clinic because of her possession? It's never stated as
First
such.
of all, I assume years have gone by. Instead of being 12.
Well, obviously, because now
instead of
she's
being
like
12,
now she's like 17 or
let's
18
just
or
assume
something.
she's 17. But at the same time, you meet another plot. The priest,
Yeah,
played by Richard Burton, is trying to explore what happened.
Well, there's a ridiculous scene. Is it the Pope or Archbishop where he's being like disrobed by random people? It's actually unintentionally funny, I think.
Yeah.
Where like tells him to investigate the death of Father Merritt, played by Max von Sydow from the first film.
Yeah.
Not investigating Father Karras, played by Jason Miller, which should make more sense.
It would make way more sense. The priest investigating things. He meets Louise Fletcher. And then there's this bizarre scene. And what you're really seeing is the first use of this stupid ass prop.
Yes, there's a science fiction MacGuffin in this film. It looks like a backwards baseball cap.
Minus the top.
Minus the top, yeah.
Top.
It's so cheap looking.
And then the other persons also have wires to their head.
Yeah,
so it joins two people's heads. And they're having a shared hypnosis or...
It's basically a plot contrivance so they can show flashbacks to the first film.
They aren't even flashbacks of scenes of the first film.
No, they recreate them with Max von Sydow and someone that doesn't look anything like Linda Blair.
Why? If you already had the actors, why couldn't you try to recreate flashback scenes with the actors that you already had in the movie?
Who is that girl? That's not Linda Blair.
It looks nothing like her.
The Mercedes McCambridge voice in the first film is so scary.
Doing the demonic voice.
Who does not also do the voice in this sequel, which it's a lesser voice, which is not scary or anything.
He's mine. He's chosen me. Pazuzu's Reagan is the only Reagan.
It also introduces Pazuzu.
I am Pazuzu.
Pazuzu is never mentioned in the first film at all.
Yeah, Pazuzu. I don't really care about Pazuzu. I don't give a shit.
It's a dumb name. Why they actually thought they had to actually include that, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense. Let's talk about the production woes.
Really bad. On a production level, this movie also fails.
What's up with the African scenes?
It reminds me of the original Star Trek scenes
yes,
from like the 60s with like the rostrum, like the weird like backdrops and stuff like that. It's as bad as that. How they thought they could pass it off as like a real like background in 1977, like it looked like out of date. And there are also points where like they also try to like put in like miniatures, which also look cheap.
They look absolutely horrible.
Every aspect is bad. I don't get it.
Can we just talk about one more thing about this film?
What?
The horrible ending. This might be the worst ending of any film I've ever seen.
It's clearly a set. It's not the actual Georgetown location.
It's 100% a set.
That's your first clue that something might be off. For some reason, Pazuzu has to go back to the house in Georgetown for some reason, which
just got to get back.
It's very important.
It's important.
Richard Burton may or may not be possessed by Pazuzu.
Oh, shit. Wait, hang on, Chris. I'm getting a call from our West Virginia correspondent, Carl Ashley.
What does he say?
Hi, Carl.
I heard you guys are talking about Exorcist II. Was that filmed in West Virginia?
Nope. It was filmed in New York and in very obvious sound stages in Hollywood.
Then I haven't seen it.
Thanks, Carl. We'll see you later.
Meanwhile, a cab crashes into the gate of the Prospect Street house.
There are no extras.
It's completely like dead silence. There's
a big finale.
Why does Sharon kill herself? She steps on what looks like she just steps on a puddle of gas and then explodes.
Yeah, it's not clear why she's on fire.
There might be some wire.
Okay, yes. I think it's supposed to be an electrical wire.
But it's badly blocked, so you can't tell. It looks like she just stands on a puddle and explodes.
Yeah,
bursts into flames.
The whole ending was nonsense.
You might want to say she really becomes Ellen burst into flames at that point.
There's explosions. What would you say is happening to the house?
Part of it gets like completely like ripped apart.
There's a big moment.
Yeah.
And there are no extras. There's a big explosion. And there's no extras.
Oh, lots of like big scenes and no extras.
There's no extras. And then suddenly, extras, action! Let's go.
Enter.
And then suddenly, there they are.
It's so funny.
That might be my favorite part of the ending of this film, this horrible film.
Is the Exorcist house maybe like in like an alternate reality?
This was the worst ending of a film I've ever seen.
Another thing we should talk about is the terrible musical score by the great Ennio Morricone. This is one of his worst.
I mean, all I remember is the...
Yeah, that's an OB, Africa Pazuzu flashback scenes.
But you're sure that's not the sound effect of the synchronizer?
No, the synchronizer is this, which I think gets incorporated into the score towards the end when Georgetown gets destroyed.
That's right.
I think that's supposed to be probably, if you looked at his scoring notes, it's probably Reagan's theme, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That's bad too.
I've totally forgot about how bad the music was. I'm glad you remembered.
Big epic fail.
I was possessed by a demon. Oh, it's okay. He's gone.
Why is Linda Blair even in this film?
Is she given horrible direction in a horrible film? It's not fair.
Maybe, but she's not good in this film.
No.
Couldn't you just do a sequel where the Catholic Church investigates why Father Karras died, not Father Marin?
Oh, that's good. That's a good point.
And then maybe like Reagan pops up as like a tangential character because, oh yeah, I was possessed.
You know, here's the other thought. That we shouldn't be talking about this film. Because it's just horrible.
You know what's weird about this film? She's almost like a superhero.
Who? Who is?
Reagan.
No, she's not.
She is.
Why?
Because she has like this superhero ability to like heal children that can't speak. And same with Kokomo, whatever his name is.
You mean James Earl Jones?
James Earl Jones.
What do they keep calling him?
Kokomo.
Kokomo.
They have these psychic abilities, and that's how they're connected. So, like, this might be a superhero film, in a way.
Guess what? Exorcist II is a superhero film.
Who'd have thought that The Exorcist would have led to The Exorcist II being a superhero film?
I wouldn't have.
Nor would I.
Take care of her.
So Todd, do you think Exorcist II, The Heretic belongs in the junkyard?
I absolutely do.
I agree. It is Halloween time. You know, if you want a fun, bad movie at a Halloween party, definitely check it out. It's bad.
And it's infamous, like we were saying, for its badness.
Yes,
So.
exactly.
And I don't really know anyone that loves this movie.
You know, I don't either.
Oh. Looks like we got another call. Hey, it's our Northern Virginia correspondent.
You mean Dawn?
Mackenzie.
Actually, it's Dan. But hey, I heard you guys are doing a thing about Exorcist II. It's about time somebody gave that movie the artistic praise it deserves. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's a piece of shit.